every time I go anywhere with this guy, he's got a box of Cheez-Its.
Damn, that one's got a lot of salt. It's like typical salt. That's like
extreme salt. So today, we're on our way up to Anchorage, Alaska, and this is a trip that I have been super excited about for almost a year now. Alaska is where I grew up, and since moving down here to Florida last September, I have been dying to get back up there, get out into the woods, and catch some fish. And that's exactly what we're gonna do. Now, if you've never made the trip up to Alaska from the East Coast, there are some absolutely incredible sights to see along the way. As you get up into the northwestern United States, the mountains start appearing, there's snow, there's glaciers, and it is just so beautiful. But the flights absolutely suck. No matter where you're flying in from, Alaska is a long ways away from pretty much everywhere else in the United States. We spent almost 15 hours crammed into tiny airplane seats and waiting around airports. So after all of that, we finally land in Anchorage, Alaska. It's about 11 p.m. at night. I'm exhausted. I just want to get home to our family's house and get some rest because the next morning at 5 a.m. I have plans to wake up, meet up with my buddy, and drive 6 hours north all the way up into Alaska's remote interior to do some camping and fishing, which is something that I have been just dying to do for so long now. And that's when we find out that the airline lost my bag with all of my gear in it that I need for the next morning. Obviously, I'm super bummed out. We spent about an hour and a half at the airport trying to figure out where the bag is, and after all that time, we find out that the bag never even left Pensacola, Florida. At this point, it's looking like the trip the next morning is pretty much ruined. I mean, I have to be up in less than 5 hours now to get on the road and get up there, and I don't have any of the gear that I need. Luckily, the person that picked us up from the airport is my brother-in-law, Chance, who is also an avid fly fisherman and a really nice guy. And he loaned me everything that I needed for the next morning. So now the trip is back on and it's gonna be absolutely awesome.
howdy, player.
Howdy, brother. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, buddy.
I'm giving you a hug, bro.
Also, don't mind the smell in here. This is a work truck, so it smells like concrete.
It's gonna smell like grayling later.
Grayling, yeah. I'm from Alaska. Let me show you what some camping is.
So the next morning, my buddy Glenn picks me up bright and early so we can get the show on the road, and I'm already exhausted. I have a headache, I'm jet lagged, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep, and I just feel like shit. But we're going for it anyway, and I'm excited. Now, I've known Glenn for a long time. We fished together constantly when I lived in Alaska, and you've seen him in a lot of my previous videos before. And the one thing that you need to know about Glenn is that this guy is a fish whisperer. You can take him and put him literally anywhere, doesn't matter what kind of fishing it is, and he will find the fish every single time. So needless to say, every time we go fishing together, he outfishes me. But this time is gonna be different because I'm taking him to one of my spots. This is a spot that I've been fishing for several years now, and it's has quickly become one of my favorites. But for how long I've known Glenn, I've never managed to get him out to this spot and show it to him in person, and there's a good reason for that. It is not an easy place to get to. To get there, you've got to drive about 6 hours way up north into the interior on one of the roughest, most remote sections of road in the entire state. There's no cell service, no people, no help if you get in trouble. It's always raining, it's cold, sometimes it's even snowing in the middle of the summertime. The road is just a roller coaster of potholes and frost heaves. Some of it's dirt, some of it's mud, some of it's gravel. The pavement is just miserable, and you've got to drive way up into the mountains just to get to the spot. However, with all that being said, it is completely worth it because it is one of the most beautiful places that I have ever been in my entire life. Now, remember back to a few seconds ago when I said that there's never any people at this spot. Well, we were in for a little bit of a shock this time because as we approached the spot where we were planning to camp, there were cars everywhere and there was trash all over the ground. So at this point, I'm starting to get just completely bummed out, and I'm getting super nervous because this is one of my favorite fishing spots and it looks like it has been completely blown. We went ahead, we backed the truck into the spot that we were gonna camp, and luckily for us, after a while of sitting there and just kind of waiting it out, we realized that nobody has any fishing or camping gear, so it doesn't look like the spot's actually blown. And it turns out everybody's just there sightseeing, and before long they all get back in their cars and they leave. And then we're the only ones there, and that's when we knew it's go time.
Woohoo! Doubled up. I was coming to film yours and we're doubled up already, man.
I got pretty decent.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's a good grayling, bro.
Ooh, doubled up already, first 2 casts. Trying not to force them. Oh my gosh, dude, that is a donkey.
Yeah, buddy, dude. First 2 casts, doubled up, man.
That might be one of the biggest grayling I've ever caught, I think. They're pretty close, honestly.
That's a pretty fish, man. That's a good little first catch, man. First Alaska fish in about a year, guys. Let's get him back. See you later, buddy. Dude, that's sick. Doubled up on the first cast. I love it.
Just like pretty much every other time we go fishing together, as soon as we step into the river, Glenn hooks up on a nice grayling, and I'm like, oh great, here we go. And then I hook up on one too at the same time, and it was on from there.
Oh, come on, bro. That was sick.
Fish
Oh, man.
after fish
Dude, they are just in here thick, man.
after fish.
There we go. That's a good one. Nice. There's one. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Oh, he popped. That was a big one, bro. There we go. That's a good one. Ooh, man, that is a nice grayling.
After a while, we caught so many grayling that we were actually considering taking a break and heading back to camp for some food. And then right before we get ready to head out, Glenn hooks up on an absolute donkey of a fish.
That's my PB. That is my PB.
That's a good fish.
Dude, that thing's huge. Wow. Hey, I don't want to say it, and there's meme pages out there that make fun of it, but the mop fly really cleaned them up.
No, you didn't.
Oh yeah. Mop fly really cleaned it up.
Yeah, buddy. See you later, bud. All right, it's official. I'm not going back to Florida. You can't make me.
Now, for my southern friends who might not know anything about Arctic grayling, they are one of my favorite fish species in the entire world to catch. They love cold, quick, and clear water, and typically you're gonna find them tucked into those swift seams or in the rapids around rock structure, which makes fly fishing for them a ton of fun.
There's another one, man. This is another decent one. You stay hooked, mister. Yeah, they've got some aggression, man. Nice. Whoa, dude, he chased that in. That was dope. So guys, this is why I like those barbless so much. You don't even need pliers. You can just pop that right out and get that fish back in the water. No messing around at all. It's so much better for them. It's easier for you. You're not sitting here playing with hooks and all that kind of stuff. It's just a super important thing, guys. This is a good one, man. It's a real good one. Oh man, my goodness, guys, look at the size of that grayling. The sail on that guy is just massive. Oh, that is so sick. Let's get this beautiful fish back into the water.
They can be kind of difficult to find the larger size ones along the easily accessible road system, but this particular spot produced some big ones for us.
So what we're doing here is we're just kind of fishing this seam. So if you guys can see right in front of me here, there's all of this slack water that's not really doing much of anything. And then out here, where those rapids come down, it forms a seam against all of this slack stuff that's just sitting still. And these grayling like that movement. They like sitting in that seam. So the goal is to get your fly in. That's a good fish. That's a real good fish. Hey, we've got a big one here. Oh, this is might be my PB grayling. See if we can get down off our rock. Oh, this is a good fish. Stay on, buddy. Stay on, buddy. He's trying to horse me around this rock here.
Fucking cranking that 5 weight, so it must be pretty big.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah.
He's coming right up.
Oh.
He ducked you, man. He knows your tricks, bro. He knows your tricks.
Oh, that's
You see that sail, man?
Yep.
Dude, he's got some girth. I can't even control him. He's trying to get back into the riffle. All right. Oh, come on, buddy. I got to get closer in.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get hit in the face with a fly at the top.
I know. Here it comes.
Bingo.
Jeez, dude.
That's a good fish.
Oh.
He's got a nice sail. That is an old fish. He has a really nice sail on him. Dude, fucking mop fly did it to him. I'm never fishing anything else but a mop. That mop fly, great.
Here you go, bro.
I like mop flies.
Jedi.
I can't wait to send that to Purist on the fly. I like mop flies. This knife's actually been in here since the last time that I went camping, and I never washed it, so. Sleeps too real snug.
Alright, guys, I just got crawled into my sleeping bag. I'm super tired. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We're gonna get out there and we're gonna catch some more fish tomorrow. It's gonna be a great day and definitely what I needed. I'll see you guys in the morning.
Dude, I slept like a baby.
You look great, bud. So we're gonna start today out with a dry fly again. I've got just a little elko caddis on here. This one, the belly of it has that kind of like green and black thread, so it's a little bit different than your standard caddis. But it's a pretty good fly. So we're gonna throw this in. I've got that on a 4X tippet. So it is a pretty small size tippet, which works perfect for what we're doing right now. On the dry, baby. Did you see that? Yeah. Oh yeah, that was dope. Decent little grayling on the first cast. There's one. That's a nice one too, man. Look at that. Woo. Look at that grayling in the sunlight, guys. Just absolutely beautiful fish. Ooh, little chubby boy. Hold on. I just enjoy the fact I can wander through the woods like this here and there's no giant spiders.
First day of the trip was sick, so needless to say, that second morning when we woke up, we were already feeling pretty good. So after a quick little warm-up session that morning down at the river, we decided to head back to the truck, pack it up, and spend the last few hours of our trip exploring some new territory where we'd never been before. The crazy thing about Alaska is that there's so much water everywhere that you look that you could literally spend every single day for the rest of your life fishing a new body of water and you still couldn't hit them all.
Escape the LA Zoo.
There's one.
We ended up doing quite a bit of creek hopping that second morning, and pretty much every single spot that we stopped at was just loaded with grayling.
Oh, there's one right there, man. There you go. There's also one right there. Got him.
But none of them were really the quality or the size that we were finding in that first spot. It seems like every single spot that we stopped at was just loaded with dinks.
Catching micros. There you go. It's a little bit better. Beautiful little fish, not nearly as big as the ones we were catching upstream. Here we go, got him on that little copper john.
We ended up going back to the truck after like 5 or 6 of these spots, and we kind of collected our thoughts, talked it over, and ultimately we came to only one conclusion. If we were gonna finish this trip out strong and find the big fish again, we were gonna have to go to only one place. Alaska's famous Denali Highway. Now, if you've never heard of Alaska's Denali Highway, you should probably add it to your bucket list right now because it is one of the most incredible places in the entire world. Endless miles of open wilderness, rolling hills, towering mountains, and so much water just chocked full of fish that you couldn't even count how many creeks, rivers, streams, and ponds you're driving past. The highway was first built in 1957 as an access to Denali National Park, connecting the towns of Cantwell and Paxson. And the term highway is a little bit of an overstatement because this is one of the most rugged roads in the entire state of Alaska. But the fishing is phenomenal, and the scenery is unlike anything else in the entire world. So after about an hour of dodging frost heaves and potholes, we finally get to the spot where we want to fish. So we get our waders on, get all of our gear, make our way down through the woods to the river, and immediately, as soon as we get there, we're right back in the fish.
There's one. Ooh, that's a good fish, man. Whoa, look at that. Oh my gosh. There's one. Whew.
We ended up fishing up until the early afternoon on that second morning, and we were having a blast. But as much fun as we were having, we had a long drive home, so like all good things, eventually the trip had to come to an end.
I'm gonna have so much editing work to do because of you.
Being back home in Alaska and getting to go on this trip was the most fun that I've had in a long time. Getting to go fishing with Glenn again, seeing our family, and just getting to hang out in the wilderness in the place that I grew up was awesome. And I have to admit, getting back on that airplane to fly back home to Florida was not easy. But I am thankful for the time that I did get to spend up there chasing fish in the remote interior, and it is something that I will remember for a long time. The trip's over and I've pretty much got this video done, I guess. Really the only thing left to do is start planning my next trip back to Alaska. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had a blast filming it and getting it all put together for you guys. I tried some new editing techniques and styles that I've never really tried before, so if you did enjoy it, let me know down in the comments below, and also consider subscribing to the channel and check out some of my other content. I've got some awesome new projects coming up for you guys, so keep an eye out for those. And also, if you want to check out some of my other content, check out these videos over here, or also even go back to my channel and I've got a whole bunch of videos for you guys to watch and enjoy. Also, if you guys are interested, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for a whole bunch of content like, photos and short videos and, the occasional meme and that kind of stuff that you're not going to see here on YouTube. So I'll leave links to those down in the description as well. Other than that, guys, that's going to be pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys, and as always, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one.